Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Call of Cthulhu. Where we last left off was we basically did a weird stealth thing that had to deal with the Shambler. I wasn't really big on that. I still don't think it was that great. I mean, it was like a mixture of a stealth level encounter and a mixture of I don't know, do a thing kind of thing. Like, I don't know. It was kind of weird. But yeah, we're talking to Kat now. We did speak to Kat in the last episode as well after finishing up with Irene's conversation about her husband, Francis. But we did do some things in the last episode that basically felt like there was a lot going on anyways. So yeah, we're talking to Kat after dealing with the Shambler. She thinks that we were crazy. You know, I'm gonna just tell her the truth so she can actually think I'm more crazier. Why not?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Actually, I'd say yeah, do you know?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
Yeah.
And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
Oh.
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Oh, that's intriguing. So this dagger belongs to the antique seller, or the antique. And is it called antiquitous? I don't think that's a word. That sounds weird. I don't know. The word just popped in my head, and I was just like, is that the word for antique seller, antique buyer? And you gave this information free of charge. I should really talk to this Drake. You know what? Let me ask this.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary.
Huh.
A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
I'm also curious what Kat's plan is, though. Like, what is her motive in all this now? Huh? What is that? I have no clue what was taken. So something happened? Oh, we're in chapter 7 already. The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce after a hand fight. Or hard fight. Sorry, I just thought hand because we just used the hand. We almost lose the hand. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. We didn't really fight it, but whatever. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature has been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the visit to the library. So this is the library? Oh. Somebody broke in. Oh, it's unlocked. That's strange. Oh, I like how Pierce just knocks the door closed to prevent the player from going out, but also to be.
Where's the bookseller?
Not to be rude, just closes the door because he needs to make sure nobody comes in. If this is the bookstore, or the library rather, I don't know which one because they said both. This is both a library and a bookstore, so I don't know. Hopefully we can find enough books to upgrade our medicine, I guess, as well as the occult maybe. History of Darkwater Volume 2, a Puritan colony led by this Reverend John Wickwood, settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Okay. I also forgot we did pick up a few things here. I only got 1 character point, so we did finally max out the psychology in the last episode. That's a big deal for me, anyways. Sanity is shaken. Oh, I just realized that the thing kind of starts shortening out. So are we gonna get? So does that mean that I might lose even more sanity over time, and then once I lose all sanity, I basically die, I guess, or I lose, I guess, the game? I don't like this mechanic a little bit, or I don't like the sanity thing at all, because it just feels very out of place a little bit, but I don't know. What have I not seen? It's still, okay, whatever. Places, residents. I don't know, if it requires me to play through this game all over again, I probably wouldn't. Pause and read this stuff. I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that. I think we already paused and read this as well. This one's different. Dagger of the Ancients. Painting of the Shambler. Okay. Why is the sanity thing still? Is it that? No. What's the sub-menus? Oh, I see. It's just switching over the thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing in terms of the exclamation mark, but I guess I got it now. Okay. Knowledge. History, Volume 2. The Malleus Basterium, Volume 2. Okay. Alright, let's check this bookstore out. Something clearly happened. That looks like a bad scene coming up. What the hell, really? You kept a skeleton here? Ugh. Oh, what is this? Book of Medicines. Brevity of Medicine, Tome 3. We've got more medicine. How much more we need? We need like 5 more books, I think. 5 more books. 2% per book, apparently. Autonomy and a Dissection, Book 2. There's another progression. 32%. Sweet. We're getting close. But, how close? I don't like. How close? I don't like, because it's taking too long to get to a point. Is there anything in here that I care about? Another Dark Water History, Volume 4. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious before up till then. The region was a favored refuge for cetaceans, I think. Because I know it's like was it creations? No, crustaceans. Yeah, that's the word for like sea creatures that are like lobsters and crabs and stuff like that, shrimps. Anyways, in 1847, other months of pursuit, Scylla returns to the port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappearing whales. That sounds kind of creepy. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast into the whaling ship. That sounds pretty gnarly, considering. Hey, we can steal this cup and sell it, right? Money for more booze. I'm just kidding now, I'm just joking around. Oh, there's more oil again. I'm not sure what the point of the lamps are no more. I just feel like the lamp is just for like lighting purposes and nothing more. Oh, there's something here.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud as at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. I kind of agree to that, though. It's like, I don't think dreams sometimes... Oh, wow, that's actually medicine. Great. 2% medicine's right there. I don't agree with the fact that dreams can be the fantasy of what you desire. Not always the case, I feel like. It's more like my belief in that in that case.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Volume 4. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Alright. I don't know how many volumes of things I've gotten, but I'm glad I'm getting more books and more data, I guess, but I don't know. There's just so much information to this that I'm like wondering how the end game's gonna look. Like, if you keep picking up more and more information, would that change the ending in some cases?
What happened here?
Oh, we're really, like, going to recount the whole memory and stuff.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Oh, here.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Amateur hours. Wonder who's gonna be the one in trouble here.
Someone tall left his footprint. A man, probably.
Nothing important in that room, I'm guessing. Would there be anything in the back over here? No, it's too dark, jeez. Yeah, I saw this earlier.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Or they might have been injured.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Yeah, that is kind of weird that you leave your tools because your handprint might be on the tool.
What killed all these animals?
Wait, this is animals? Those look more like insects. I don't know. Occultism. What? What's going on?
What the... Charles Hawkins?
Again? Oh, wait, what? Sarah
What
Hawkins?
sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Oh. Oh, it's a book of some kind. There's a book of
Sarah
some sort.
Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
I mean, this looks cool, nonetheless, but... What am I supposed to do? Check something more? Oh, there's a guy here.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Of course. Reconstruction? Done. The burglary. Oh, I like how the thing is now open because we opened it in our reconstruction. Alright, we need to find a hidden object, apparently. Oh, I'll pick that up later. Handbook of Anatomy and Dissection again. Getting more medicine. This is nice that we're getting a lot of medicine points, but I still think that it's not enough yet so far. Nothing in here. Nope.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of relay file. This key that bears the elder sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion. Hanging at the end of the heavy chain hundreds of years ago, the star in the branch, whose purpose is to push back the flames, or the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points out to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In the press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips off to Cairo. I don't know why it's written weirdly. I'm trying to read it again to see how I was supposed to read it. The last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. Kind of a weird... I'm pretty sure it's a normal grammar thing, but it's just like, it feels weird because I've never seen it. It remains to be seen where he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Okay. Whatever that means. Oh.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
I just love how he's just like, taking sleeping pills. Sleeping pills again? Alright, so we need to pick up this thing here, I guess.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Page seems to be hidden here, and it is possible to read. It is possible to read. Don't know why you say it is possible to read. You should just say it reads. It doesn't have to say possible. If somebody finds these memories, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this place, in this plane of reality. In order that they be recovered and burned, the funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. Okay, that is kind of sad to hear that. The following message is of the capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. If it lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Instead, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason must prevail, or usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they delivered its content into the safekeeping of any friend and colleague. Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University, the content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Seriously, the way he said that, kind of ridiculous. There is a hidden object in here, but I'm just like, oh, there it is.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Amulet in the shape of a dog. A strange amulet. The pendant is in shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Yeah, I did miss out a few things though. Seriously, we were just literally 2 points away for that, or 2 points. Yeah, 2.2% points of left for the medicine. Okay, what does the sanity say? Shaken? I'm guessing maybe it gave me more, I guess, or that maybe I lost more sanity because of the fact that I looked at the recollection stuff. The Hound. Pause and read this, of course. I'm just gonna do whatever it is here. I already read that. This is a bunch of books, as usual. Alright. So maybe the bookstore might have more stuff related to the dog, I guess. The dog statue that we found. Oh. Sheesh, there's a lot.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Arkham Anthology. I believe Arkham was the term or the word or the name of like Arkham Horrors, I think it was. Kind of like very much like related to the Lovecraftian stuff for sure, I think. A book of the esoteric philosophy and a key test in Madame Blavatsky's Theosophistical Movement. Volume is part of the anthology. Okay. So I won't read any more of the description of this thing anymore because I think they're just pretty much the same.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Key of Solomon. Or just pause and read this, I guess, if you want to.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Yeah, there's just a lot of the same sort of feeling of... I think it's just very straightforward.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Bro, you don't have to speak on all of them. The first one could have been like the only time you ever need to read it. He keeps saying stuff of it.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
It seems like there's 7 or 8 or something like that.
Another volume by
8.
Arkham Editions.
Yeah, there's 8 so far.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Do they get added? Or do they just... They don't get added. They're not added to my collection at all. So... What is this? Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Wait, why am I pulling out my... There we go. I didn't want to pull out my lamp. I accidentally... Oh. Would you read the book? Yes? I mean, we've read all the
What
books.
does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Again. Malaya's Bestiarium. This collection catalogs the classified creatures that I have never heard of. This divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the referenced work of the bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology. Okay. Alright. How far are we with the occult? Oh, we're finally at 40%. Yeah! Finally, we got 40%. So I'm guessing the lamp is like for me to just use it to find something in the dark, maybe? Kind of sucks if that's the case. Oh, what is this?
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric movement. Founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century, the creator of theosophy would have drawn extensively upon the text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought that they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore on Darkwater, could be much as a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Quite a weird thing to say, I guess. Wow, that gives us 5% of occultism? I'm already now professional occultism with all that stuff just now. That's crazy. This is insane how I'm just finding things so quickly. That can give me a boost in like the stats. Oh, what is this?
Things are not looking good.
Oh. I think that's probably why the thing is the thing. Wait, what is this?
Things are not looking good.
It's the same thing anyways. That's a lamp. Give me the oil. I don't know if I want to keep going forward right now because I might need to do something first, but I might have to give myself a little break here because I need to do something first before I continue forward. But I'm not sure if I want to continue yet because I don't know exactly. This might take a bit because I don't know what I need to do to solve this puzzle. There's not a lot to it right now. There's no clues really about how this works, but it's really confusing. I'm for sure not sure what I'm supposed to do. Let me see what the axis is here. Okay, so we got 3 numbers we need to find, and you can validate it and everything. So there's no 2 ways about it. I'm guessing there's no real full like understanding of what's going on. But yeah, I'll come back to it another time, and it'll be after this little transition. But I'll see you right then afterwards. So give me some time, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back to another half of this part of this episode where I really didn't get the puzzle. I still don't get the puzzle. I didn't look up anything. I did take a few days off from the previous part because I ended up having to cut it short for a little bit. I still got a little bit more time, so we're going to try to figure out at least a little bit of this puzzle. Try to. So far we know only that we have 3 numbers we need to get, but there isn't really any obvious or hints of clues that we're looking to handle. I don't really know. I really don't get the puzzle here at all. Yeah, I mean, the only things we got here is just the books, but even then they're like
another volume by Arkham Editions.
Yeah, so we just got like a lot of Arkham books here, but they don't get logged as like pickupables. Like they're not collectibles or anything. They're just books that sits there as like a thing. We did pick up a box thing here with a note or a book or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. So I don't know if that plays a role in. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the menu here. I don't know if it plays a role in anything yet, so we'll have to figure that out. Drake's cylinders. Oh, maybe we need to watch the thing. Cylinders are meant to listen to by a phonograph. Do we have a phonograph in this room? I think we need to listen to the phonograph to figure out what the hell we're going to be doing with it. Does this guy have a phonograph? I really don't know. Maybe that's the clue we need, is just to listen in on what Drake has to say about, like, the stuff. Yeah, I kept interacting with the chess piece, not knowing. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's do message 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry.
Huh?
And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Huh? That's it? That's all it was?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Oh.
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I'm guessing the chess pieces are a clue.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, so those are my 3 clues. So chess piece would be one of the numbers, right?
The Queen has little protection.
So does that mean that that's the amount of numbers, that's the number for the Queen, which is the second number maybe?
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah. The knight basically corners the Queen there. So she has 3 protections, so 3 keys for protection. So I'm guessing that's 3, right? Number 2 is 3. Let me get that. Get the oil for free. I mean, why not? And then he's saying 9.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Yeah. And is there anything to it besides 9, I guess? Wait.
What did Drake say about this collection?
He said it's interesting, I guess. I don't know. So it's 3-9. Then what's the first number? What was the first thing he said? Blood? Something blood about something? I don't remember what it was. What is this
And
one?
these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold.
Ah.
To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So it's something to do with some grail with red droplets. So I'm guessing it's like 3-9 and then... Oh, there it is.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Goblet. This goblet, it seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold, decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make any specific motif? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 red stones in it, unless I have anything more. I cannot rotate it upwards to see inside the goblet itself. So I'm guessing it's like 539, I think is the password. Maybe that might be the case. 539. Let's try it. No clue. Oh god, I don't know how this control works. 5 3. Try it. It is 539. Okay, that was a simple puzzle, I guess. That's the most simplest puzzle I've ever tried in my in my life, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of a weirdly easy one, but I don't know. I would have doubted myself a little bit if anything, if I was like not too certain if that was the correct answer or not. All right. Book of some ancient stuff. Oh, it's emitting some sort of eyeball? Pierce. Get out of there, Pierce. No, Pierce. You're getting caught up with cult stuff again. The occult stuff. Oh, what is this? Oh. Transported and gone. Oh. The book, achievement unlocked. Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. Wait, we're going back to the hospital again? In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the letter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin, light inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Alright.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Alright, cool. That will be where I'll call it for now in this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode of Never Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. Yeah, I'm very thoroughly confused with where it took me. So I'm guessing we're now reliving a memory of this doctor, or I don't know if it's a doctor really, because I didn't get the name when we walked into this. But yeah, otherwise we'll see what happens in the next episode. I mean, so far it's pretty kind of thing in my mind. I'm just like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what's going on no more. But we'll see. Maybe this might lead us to some answers to some things, but who knows. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Roz